Hello, everyone. Terry Jones here. Welcome to Explore Mixed Media with Lori and Terry today. Corrine was not able to make it, and we wish her well at this point because I miss her so much. But anyway, um, today we are going to continue on yesterday or last week's project. Um, so what we're going to do is we're going to take what we did last week and we're going to go bigger, um, or kind of interpret it bigger. How are you doing, Miss Laurie?
I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to today. It's been a busy work week. I'm ready to do some art.
Okay, let's do some art. So let's go down and look at our art. Okay, so what I did is I completed kind of four of my pieces the other day. And so I'm going to decide which one I think I want to do. And I kind of take, though I like a lot about these two, I'm going to put them aside. So now I'm looking at these two, and I'm liking texture, and I want to do something that's more organic. So I think eeny, meeny, miny, moe. I think I'm going to choose this one. Okay. So I like the energy in this one. So I'm going to just start. So what I've done here is I've taken this 10 by 10 piece of paper here, and I may start just by kind of gently doing some of my lines, but I'm going to do a lot more collage on this one. That's why I've pulled out these papers. So that's kind of what I am thinking I am planning on doing. So let's just jump in it. How about you, Miss Laurie?
So I did well like you did. And I
Uh-huh.
agree that kind of spoke to me that I liked that same reason, energy, composition, that sort of thing. And I think I'm ultimately going to go with this one. And
Mm-hmm.
I too am working on a 10 by 10 piece of watercolor paper for
Yeah.
mine. And the one thing that I noticed, and it's good that we did this kind of work study because I don't really like the green lines in there. So what I decided to do when I kind of use it for my inspiration on today's piece a little bit bigger is I'm going to use a charcoal pencil to kind of put in my marks, and those
Mm-hmm.
will end up blending with the water soluble colors that I use. And um, last week when we were working, I didn't have as many colors in here. I only had the teal, the dark blue, and the purple. And then I discovered putting a little bit of that yellow pop in there really kind of made it stand out. And so I'm going to incorporate that in it today as well.
Yeah, and I did a little bit of the same with mine. I actually went over my teal. I didn't particularly like the teal in there, and I made it very green. And so I picked out this little piece of paper,
Ah,
kind of do somewhat of this is the accent of the accent. And so I just worked on matching colors.
okay.
So I've got this for the red, and I've got this for the accent, and I've got some texture here, and I've got some other white areas, but I want my white areas to have other stuff in it. So I'm got a little piece of my wabi sabi paper, and then I've got some texture. So I am going to, I think, I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to do the big, I'm going to do the big black line first, but then hold it at that and then place the other pieces of paper in and then do the lines. I think that's,
Okay, I love that. I know you're gonna do collage. I was just gonna paint today.
well,
So
that's okay. We can
yeah.
do whatever we want. And the same thing, I've got a
Adding
10.
collage to it, but I thought I would paint and then add some texture with some accent markers, maybe some acrylic marker and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we all do, the whole object of this is for us all to do different things.
Right.
So I'm going to come up and just do this wild free line again. And it's not going to be exactly where it was before, but that's okay. So there's my kind of wild free line that I had. And then I may end up doing, I've got that interesting line going across. Well, let me just start with that and hope it dries quickly. Because the first thing that I want to do, and this may end up being one of the ways I can do this, is the first thing I want to do is start with this corner. I have a lot of texture in that corner, and I want a lot of texture in this corner. So I am going to kind of start almost placing just a little bit. Wow, it really should have gone the other direction, shouldn't it? Well, it is what it is. Um, but I may piece this, which is another way of doing things. And sometimes piecing it is fun. So I'm going to piece this, kind of looking at it and just playing with it. I'm going to piece this way over to here because I want this 2/3 of the way over. Then I'm going to play with more pieces because I can. And I like that circular. And we'll see what happens here. And nothing has to be exact. It's just kind of, let's just play. I've been doing a lot of collaging recently, and what I realize is I plan my plan, but don't plan your,
Yeah, it did.
have a plan, but you have to let go.
Right.
Because paper does not always work exactly like you think it's going to work. Oh, that's really pretty, Lori.
Thank you. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, I think that I get so hung up on thinking, and I'm actually have started liking some of the cracks that happen in between too. So because I don't want to be really super wet today. Oh, well, that was brilliant, Terry. I didn't get my husband to open this first. I was planning on using gloss gel because I want some things to be transparent and the gel doesn't take as long to dry, though it goes on a little thicker. So I'm hoping that I'll have less wetness by using this gel, which just came this morning through Amazon. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to use the gel.
Just in the nick of time.
Right, that's how it worked. So now I'm gonna have to put my scissors in there. And then I've got this, and let me start with, and as per usual, I have an extra gel plate or two on my side, so I can just throw this on a gel plate so I can use it from there.
Perfect.
Yep, that is how I kind of roll a lot. So it's been a really good week for me this week. I'm working on, as I said before, I'm working on a big project with a bunch of other women too, and we got together and did some gel plate printing
Oh,
in
fun.
my studio. Anybody should come visit me. I have a really fabulous studio at my house, number one, but number two, at the Cherokee County Arts Council. I have a fabulous studio, and along with it, I can rent a classroom. And so what I did is I had four other women come up, and we were using 18 by 24 gel plates
Oh, fun.
and making
How many of those do you have, Terry?
huh? Well, I only have one 18 by 24, but um they each bought one.
Oh, okay.
So, and I got to find out if I can have, I am a wholesaler. I got to find out if I can have them drop shipped to people because that might be fun.
Yeah, I don't have that big of one, but I find that I'm good. My 12 by 14, that's big for me.
Yeah,
Um,
and I love and mostly I use my 12 by 14.
and a lot of the papers come,
Right.
readily in that sense, but I use like the medical grade the medical like table, whatever you call that, medical
Uh-huh.
table paper or whatever. And that works good on it, so.
Yeah, I like the medical exam paper. I also got a roll of tea paper that I really like. And then I found this really inexpensive on Amazon paper that almost was like a plastic,
Mhm.
but it is so interestingly transparent. I can't even explain how transparent it is.
That's very cool.
So it's I'll post it. It's by a company called like Yakwi. So now this is much less wet when I use the gloss or the when I use the gel medium. And I kind
Mhm.
of like that little imperfection down there, so I'm probably going to go with that. And so I have these little tiny pieces that I'm just going to start building in. And we'll see how they work. And I think I want this. This is just a little tiny piece to go in there. I want a raw edge, I think. So we'll see about making this, if that works for, not quite. Well, where is my tape? Yeah, it is. It works perfectly if I take this and go like this. Okay. That looks fun. So anyway, it was very fun doing big, big was very fun. And
Did you create anything like masterpiece like?
well, I don't know whether they're masterpieces. I like to do the big and then just do big spaces and do a big, um, just do big. But there I go. And then there's another small piece of this over here. And as I said in the description, this is not about having to be in any way perfectly following what I've got here, and I'm not going to be perfectly following a lot of it. Um, I'm going to, I can see that I kind of need another whoopsie-do in there, I think, in order to get where I want to be compositionally over here. So I
My
kind of,
my strategy is gonna be I'm doing like a really pastel light colored layer, and then I'm gonna come in with those ink tints.
oh, cool.
And that's where I'm gonna add the wow.
Yeah,
The plan anyway.
that's the plan. Plan the plan. Don't, yeah. I have another that I want to do, and I'm not sure what color I want to do it in. So I'm going to take this almost yellow, and I need to take this color and bring it up through here. So this is just a marker. I'm just bringing that through here. And then I don't like quite as gray as it is down there. So I'm going to go with another mark down here. And that got a little, but let's see about bringing another. I need another something coming up this way. Okay, well, I have just edited mine because I'm editing based on what's going on down here. And again, this is not something that um, is going to be exactly perfect in any way. I want a big shape in here in the red. So, and I'm not quite sure. A lot of times what I will do is I'll just take a piece of this tissue paper that I already have if I want a big shape, and I will then kind of, when we used to make patterns when we were a little kid,
Mhm.
I'll make a pattern and then I will bring it up and then I'm going to make another pattern right here to come here. And then I'm going to bring a pattern through here. But those are for 3 different patterns of color I'm going to cut. Okay, so now I'm going to make this pattern and I'm going to cut it out of here. So, come on, behave. Sometimes I actually, if I'm making really big patterns of this, I'll do it with contact paper because then it
Mhm.
won't move.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But then you have to be really careful. I usually try to, sometimes that doesn't work that perfectly.
Yeah.
But it's also the art of imperfection is one of the things that we really need to do, which I just put my scissors in my glue pile. That is definitely the art of imperfection. Okay, so I'm putting another color down here. And why I'm using the Sharpies is I did not like as much as you discovered, I think, where the watercolor or the watercolor pencils didn't really sing as much as I wanted them to sing.
Right. Well, you know me, I come from the alcohol league. That's what,
Right, yeah, yeah.
and that color is addicting.
Yes, and that's kind of well, look at what I'm doing here. Look how, I mean, I went really dark in a lot of my colors because
You did, but I love it. I love how bold it is.
I want it bold. I want it very bold.
I love that.
So I'm enjoying my boldness. And I want, and I may want to even put a little more texture in something. See, I have this really cool piece of paper here, but it could be more. So I'm going to put a little bit of, it's supposed to be orange, but I think I want orange with a little bit of something in it. So I've got this piece here, and I'm going to cut out another piece of paper and put it in.
And so although I have lines here, what I'm starting to do is blend outside the lines into the next space
Uh-huh.
to give it, there's a delineation, but makes it very soft.
Mm-hmm. That's very cool. How long are you going to stick with the pastel though, or when are you going to
I'm switching now, actually.
when are you going to lose your mind on it? And
Here I go.
yeah, I gotta get something more bright. Yeah, look at this, look at this, look at this. There you go, more bright, more bright. I like the having some differentials and
Hmm.
different stuff in here. And I've also got a lot of texture paper here that I'm thinking I'm using. And at this point, I'm just going from one end to the other, and I kind of like that process. I'm not sure. Sometimes I'll put the same thing in more than one place. So And I'm embracing some of the imperfections. I have it doesn't quite match there, it doesn't quite match there, but I'm not quite, I'm wanting to embrace imperfections and see where they're going to carry me, if that makes any sense.
It absolutely does.
So they have this really nice texture paper that we made earlier. And I was thinking of just putting some texture in place. But I need enough of it that it'll go, well, so I want to just put some white texture in place. And I don't know how this is going to work, but we will continue to work on it and see. Really should use my little scissors, not the really big ones. Because the little scissors actually can make these fine cuts if I use them. Okay. And then I want to put this down here more, and it's going to fit right into, it needs to come off. So kind of when we did this, we did a pattern of some sort, if that makes any sense. We made it, we made our plan.
Right.
And now I'm using pieces of paper, and you're using, you're actually using your paints to make that plan come to a fruition, right?
That's right.
That is kind of
I might, I'm gonna probably add some texture, doodles and stuff on top, that I love that stuff. And
right. I love that too. Put this
I'm
out.
trying to put some mood, some mood in here now.
Right. Well, this is nothing more than a texture that we made earlier. And I'm going to try, I think, and I really want that to go away. So can I make that go away? Well, I kind of like it going over that though. So see how I change my mind every minute? Do I just, it's like, well,
Part of the process.
right, that is part of the process. I like the overlayment there. And I think that I will also like, I want to take this off here and put this, another little piece on there. Where's my, and I talk to myself constantly.
It's funny, different people are different. I'm a thinker, like I got a lot going on in my head.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But it doesn't come out verbally.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I make a messer. So I have my little piece of paper over, my little thing over here that I keep on putting I should think more, Lori. Stop talking and think of where I'm putting my
Oh, no, Terry, we need you talking. Just so much.
Okay, so now I'm putting this next piece, and this one shouldn't be any color. It's just texture. And there may end up being a little something underneath of it. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Because this, I just want the white texture to kind of show through, and I don't want it to, I want it to be white, but I didn't want it to be white with no energy. Does that make any sense? I want it to be white, but with stuff in it. So there I go here. And it's very subtle. It's very, very, very subtle, but I like it. It just, if you look at it, you can see that it just has this little energy to it. And then I've got this little piece, which somehow has a little piece of gold in it, but I guess acceptance is the answer to all of my problems today. And so it has this little piece of gold in it. Do I want it? No, I want it right there. And I'm going to put that down. And then I had a very another little piece somewhere here. Sometimes I find when I use the liquid instead of the gel, the other thing that happens is everything just gets too, not only does it get too wet, it doesn't, it ripples more than I want it to ripple.
It definitely does.
And then it's hard to,
You kind of have to be okay with that, you know?
right, yeah. And sometimes I'm not okay with that. And
Yeah.
that presents a problem to me. So like here, I'm not okay with, I have a big painting behind me that I'm thinking on, and I've been not okay with the what happened with the sky, and I'm trying to decide whether I have to take my entire sky apart or do something else. So now this little piece again should be one of my little green piece should come in here. And do I want it to be have this? Do I want it to be pattern? Where's my, okay. And what kind of pattern do I want from here? Looks like a little sail. Oh.
Looking great, Terry.
Oh, thank you. Yours is looking really nice too. I like the gradations in color.
Yeah, I'm trying to blend, which is hard when once it dries.
I know.
It's not like alcohol ink where you can reactivate and blend.
I know. It's interesting. But I saw you did something rather large with alcohol ink the other day. I thought that was kind of fun.
No.
I saw it online somewhere. Okay, now I got another little piece to go in. And this goes here. So this is just beginning to come to a true realization. Now I have another really, I'm trying to figure out where. I like, there's like another gray area up in here. And where is my little gray piece? And do I have, have another red area down here. And there's actually another orange area down here. Oh, I see what I did there. That's okay. It works. So I need more red. And I think I need this right up here. And sometimes I just adapt. to whatever piece of paper I have may let me change my mind on things.
Right.
Kind of like that piece going in. So I'm going to just do that. Because I want more, I had more orange over here, but I think I want more more I think it does. I think I want more red. So I'm liking that. I'm liking that going in, and I'm going to probably use the yellow on that edge. Okay. So now I have to figure out how to make my lights exciting. And I feel like I'm not exciting enough on my lights. I have this area filled, but I want some more patterns. I love the patterns that are in there, and somehow I've got to get some more red up there. So
Oh, that's gonna be so cool when you're finished that one. I can see it already.
I am working on it. I am working on it. This orange piece in the top is going to be a little different. Trying to think if I want to go up or out or in.
Yeah, for those of you who watch the group, just watch Ariel post something amazing later today, tomorrow or the weekend.
It'll be what it's going to be. Yeah, sometimes it just gets, I need to get some more orange up here, or do I want that yellowy orange instead? I don't know. I'm going to go and do another. No. Where are we time-wise? Oh,
We're over. We have to probably say goodbye.
oh no. Well, I will take these into my gallery today and finish this project and
Work
try
on
to
mine between
record it.
breaks.
Huh?
I'll work on mine too between breaks today.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna, because I still have a few more colors I need to incorporate into this too. And I've got this little thing that I just really like, and I'm not sure where it's gonna go. And but it's been fun, and I absolutely totally lost track of time, Lori. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
But
That just
oh, look at yours. It just looks like it's organically growing. I love it.
yeah. The more layers I put on, you know.
Well, and that I think is what happens in layering. Like I'll put my collage down, and then I will go on and do more and more on top of it too. And
I'm
this is,
trying to give it dimension too. If you notice with the values a little bit in here too.
yeah, I like your value transition and your curviness. There's a lot of depth in it. So thank you guys very much. Next week, we'll be doing another project, so please come join us. And we have our Explore Mixed Media group on Facebook. So Explore Mixed Media with Corrine, Terry, and Lori, or something like that. And please, if you're interested in this, become a patron, because this month we are going to continue going large, and we will have a live with us, and then we will also have a project about going large, and I will video one of my really large pieces for you to watch.
And that's for patron members, and it's
Yes.
very affordable. It's a great value. Plus, you get access to whole last year's.
Oh yeah, we have 12 different months last year's, and that's fabulous.
Yeah.
So
Well,
so
thank you, Terry. This is fun.
thank you, Lori. It's great. See you next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.